and welcome back to As It Is, and today we've got something a little bit different. This has been much requested by the fans, and to make sure we're not being overly biased, we brought in our own resident statman, Mr. Adam, who supports one of the newer clubs in the English top flight.
Proud history. Boys, right?
He's just done you, man. How are we going?
Yeah, not bad, mate.
Yeah, good. It's fun. It's that time. Time for a beer. Time for a chat.
What's
What
your
have you
choice of
got?
beverage, Adam?
My choice of beverage is a non-alcoholic Coca-Cola following on from Dry January.
Shut your mouth! No problem, John. Shut the up, you
Was it just dry Jan, or did
It was
turn
Dry
into...
Jan, and then I was like, oh, I've done it for a month. There's no point in lockdown. So I was like, carry it on until I'm back down south.
Fair. Oh, until the pubs reopen, or just...
Yeah, basically, yeah. And that first night out is going to be cheap.
I can't believe you've come onto a podcast basically centered around alcohol, drinking Coke.
No, it might just be a one-off special, this, though.
What, for virgins?
That's it, mate.
We'll allow it. We'll allow it. What are you having tonight, Mark?
I've got some more wife beer.
Oh, been smacking your mum about.
How is
She's really well, actually. COVID test twice a week. She's feeling fit as a daisy.
Yeah, I bet she is.
Fits the word. I'm on the old Camden Hills tonight, Mark.
The fuck
Got
is
some
that?
ale.
Oh,
You
right.
never had a Oh, it's a lovely one. Camden Hills Lager. I think it's about 5% or something. Better than my skull.
You brought fucking skull and then tried lying to me, saying it was like 4%, Adam. I'm pretty sure it's a solid 2 something.
I
Have we lost Adam?
I think we lost.
What a great first guest.
And
lost
he's
him.
back. And he's back.
I'm back.
Amazing.
Okay, he's on that McDonald's Wi-Fi.
That's it.
Oh no.
Oh, we haven't told you what we're doing. Well, today's episode is the football player tier list, along with the regular scheduled drunk antics. So for those of you who aren't familiar with tier lists, what we're going to do is rate multiple footballers into the categories of goated, almost goated, okay, below par, and overrated. So to kick us off, and due to some technical difficulties, Robert Lewandowski is goated, and Keylor Navas is only okay. One of them sinks the pens, and the other one sucks. But let's hear what Dan has to say about this.
To take a penalty, you've got to have balls. You've got to have the absolute bottle to stand up in front of like thousands and thousands, actually millions of people watching. Put away a penalty.
I just wait.
Yeah, it pisses me off when people like stigmatise penalties, and I'm just like, shut the fuck up! It's a goal, dickhead. Winds me up so much. Anyway,
All right,
Lewandowski.
speaking of dickheads, we've got a Liverpool player. We've got Sadio Mane. Now he's the best player in the world.
All right, Carragher.
I don't do ifs and maybes. I do absolutes.
He's not Mo Salah, though, is he?
I think he's better than Mo Salah.
100%, I agree with that. I think Mane is such a more rounded package in football than Salah. Salah, for me, is a goal scorer. Is a fantastic goal scorer, and that's it.
Incredible.
Like that's all he is for me. Like Mane.
Can Mane take the team on his back though and get a win out of it?
Well, he kind of did in that season.
I feel like the whole Liverpool team can't do that, as in separately.
Was it the first game of the season though when Salah got the hat trick, didn't he? And the rest of them looked a little bit sluggy.
True, but
yeah, but if you're going on like just scoring hat tricks in a game, what about when Jermaine Defoe scored like 6 in a game? It's not a world beater though.
The goat of goats.
If you're just like gonna put it on like when someone scores,
he's still going in Scotland as well. Jermaine Defoe. He's like 38, 39 now.
Mane almost goated for me. I think he's fantastic. His work rate is, and it's not just to be a good football player. Like in today's age, you've got to be a fantastic role model as well. And Mane is a fantastic role model. So for me,
Yeah.
it's got
I mean, you see that with a lot of African players.
I'll take the L.
Humble, very humble.
Kante,
Oh, what a guy.
the loveliest man in the world, and N'Golo Kante.
Were it Vardy, that story when he was like Kante wanted to like run to training every morning or something, so taking a car.
Yeah, they had to make him buy a car in case he injured himself.
Absolute beast, workhorse. I love it.
It's like when France won the World Cup, and then he wouldn't like get his picture taken with the World Cup because he didn't want to take time away from anyone else that they could spend with the trophy or something.
Do you reckon he bends over in changing room, says, "You take your turn. You take your turn."
Lovely man. Oh, I had his. Do you know what I didn't notice until today when I watched the Man United Chelsea game? How small Fred was. I've never noticed how short he is. He's fucking tiny.
If the audience don't know, I am very small.
He's 4'10".
That's length.
Stretching.
No, there was a corner, and Fred was stood next to Harry Maguire, and it looked like he was taking him for parents.
No.
So when you're playing against loads of shit people, you're going to save a lot more as well.
Yeah, so I get it, but in terms of Premier League, like because Premier League, every single team's like good, aren't they? Really, if you're thinking about it, all 20 teams, every single team's good.
Especially,
but
it seems like especially this last season or two, the Premier's taken that step where up until about 14th, everyone is.
I want to ask a Statman. In terms of the Premier League keepers, where does David De Gea stand on that list? Like his ratio, because then you'll get a good kind of understanding of where he is on that Premier League list, and I think that's on a way that we can like determine his choice whether he's okay or below par.
Chat for a minute, and I'll find out.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna. Even if I compare his accolades to Navas, he's got to go down a step. So, David, sorry, brother.
Yeah, he's a step down from Navas.
It's a shame because if you put him in that Real Madrid team, it won't skip.
That's it. If we were going for peak of these players, of these players' powers, then De Gea's peak was higher than Navas's peak. But Navas is so much.
100%.
All right. Up next, we've got Mauro Icardi.
My boy. Absolute G.
So, do you know the street talk of Mauro Icardi, Adam?
Listen to this, Adam. It's fantastic.
Oh, wait, yes, I do. Is it about him with a teammate's wife or something?
Teammate's wife. He stole his children.
Yes, I did.
He took the captaincy.
Didn't he end up getting with like stepdaughter or something as well? I swear there was something like he went with teammate's wife.
Mauro Johnson.
He's got a tattoo of his friend's children on him.
Of the guy on his arm.
Wasn't it his teammate?
Yeah. They were like best mates as well.
Who were it? I can't even remember it. What? I don't know. Statman's on it. Statman's on it. No, Statman.
Mauro Icardi.
Cheating. No, he didn't cheat.
One.
Maxi
That's
Lopez.
it.
Oh, yeah.
Where's he gone list?
Maxi Lopez says he has forgiven Mauro Icardi after he stole his wife. That's nice.
And children. But, you know, we move.
Maybe he'll get the tattoo removed now.
I mean,
I think it needs to be almost goated just for that story alone.
Yeah, because to be fair, he is quite a consistent striker.
PSG this season, he's got 5 goals in 14 games.
Yeah, but like he's playing second fiddle to Mbappe and Neymar.
He is coming on for like 20 minutes to end, isn't he? Like each game.
his goals per 90 is 0.55.
That's not bad.
That's
To
fucking
an
naughty, is that?
An XG of 0.77 though, so he's underperforming like mad
okay.
from that as well.
But clearly on his goals per 90 is
But
sick.
if we're on about dick move, then go.
I'm going to go between that and go almost go.
Can we put like almost go teammate's wife?
Mauro Icardi vibes.
Mauro Icardi and John Terry for a couple of weeks.
Paul Wainbridge.
Do you know what I was talking about earlier that I forgot another Chelsea story of when Ashley Cole shot one of the work experience kids with an air rifle?
Oh, I remember that.
Have you ever heard this? There was a work experience kid, and he was in like the changing room or something, and then Ashley Cole just started shooting him with an air rifle, just laughing. What a cock!
Legend.
Right player. And he banged Cheryl Cole.
I slide tackle John Terry.
I think I said Cheryl Cole.
I wish. I didn't slide in there. So I can't.
They just evaporated into dust.
Where are we going with the card?
Almost going.
Icardi's got his own column. It's just Icardi.
Icardi.
Icardi. We might have to change it if there's anyone almost as goated as him. And we've also got another keeper in Jan Oblak.
Go.
Yeah, I love Oblak.
For me. This season, up till December, Atletico Madrid had only conceded 5
they
goals.
were doing bits in La Liga.
I mean, that's as much down to Simeone's setup, where he's just the best defensive manager in the world.
10 centre backs?
Yeah.
Wait, sorry, 9 centre backs and a striker.
9 centre backs and Luis Suarez.
What, you mean the biter?
Yeah, just biting all the fucking
fucking bizarre move. Barcelona sells Luis Suarez to Atleti.
Wasn't it free as well?
Let's talk about this later.
Oh, it feels like he's got some. It's one of his three, isn't it? It's one of his three.
Jan Oblak almost goated.
He's the best keeper in the world for me.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'd say apart from Neuer, since the millennium, he's the best.
Yeah. All right, I'm down for goated.
My problem is, are we only comparing him to people on this list or other people who are not on the list as well? Because if we're comparing him to people that's not on the list, he's not goated. But if you're comparing him to people just on this list, then he is goated.
Actually,
well, where have we got Navas?
Okay.
Okay. Well, he's above Navas.
Because if you're thinking about the greatest keepers ever, like your Buffons, your Schmeichels, your Casillas, is not on their level. But if you're talking about like your De Gea's and your Navas, is above them.
Yeah, I'd say he's the best. Actually, he's the best keeper in the world right now.
Yeah, right now.
Yeah,
so,
right now, definitely.
Yeah. Man's goated.
Man's goated in the current football environment. That's what we're saying.
And Harry Kane.
He's done it again.
Man can't speak.
Have you seen the Arsenal chant that they were doing last time there was the Northland?
No, what was it?
You've got about 300 Arsenal fans on like the bit where you get your pies and pints, and they're all going blah, 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 blah,
1 minute, Adam.
Harry Kane. Blah, 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 blah.
The fuck was
Nice. That was wet. That was properly moist. And that's the end.
That's the end of our podcast. Thanks for tuning in. All right, Harry Bain. Where's he going?
I'm sorry, but he has to be goated. He's best English striker that we've had in 10 years.
Oh,
yeah, 100%. He's a goal scorer. He's not one of these fancy bastards. He sees a goal, he's going to score. He's your goal scorer.
That's the thing. This season, he's added that link-up play as well, where the start of the season, him and Son were assisting each other left,
That was
right,
disgusting.
That's the thing. I don't think he's at goated level yet.
I think he's goated. If we've got, he's not Lewandowski.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like there's two levels of goated. You've got your upper level of goated, where like your Lewandowski's are going to be, but then you've got your lower level like goated. And I think,
But isn't that
It's almost
goated?
good.
he definitely goes in between them two. He's just a fantastic. He's one of the. He's probably second best striker in the world at the minute. Natural goal scorer after Lewandowski.
I don't think he is. There's another one later.
Jesus, that's it.
I think he is.
All right, cool. But he's going in almost goated. And speaking of Son.
It's not as good as Harry Kane.
I think he's better than Kane.
I fucking love Heung-min Son.
He's great.
He's one of them players until his last like season and a half. He was so underrated, and then people suddenly started noticing him.
Thing is about Son, he's fantastic if you put in people like into their position. So obviously, like, you've got your Kane up front in his position. Your Son's more of like a left striker, left wing, whatever you want to call it. That new position that's like thing. If you're putting him and like comparing him to other people in the world, for me, he's almost goated. But if you compare the positions, he's not as good as Kane if you're putting him in their positions.
One thing I was surprised about when I was looking at the stats and that was how much defensive work he does.
Yeah.
I didn't even realise from watching it. Sadio Mane does 11.72 pressures per game.
Okay.
So just putting the defensive pressure on it. 11.72. Heung-min Son does 17.16. So he's getting towards double the
I was
defensive
going to say,
work
though,
rate.
is that in a Jose Mourinho system?
Mercedes.
But then you're saying that, but then you've got the Jurgen Klopp team that's notorious for its pressing all over the pitch.
I'd like to see what his stats compare to previous seasons. Like to see what's happened since like the Pochettino to Mourinho phase, how like that management style's affected his kind of overall game.
Yeah.
I'd just love to see Son in that next level up team.
Yeah. So Tottenham have always been, they're like an Everton, always like on the brink of top 4, top 5, but never kind of achieve it. And
they should have won the league that Leicester season. They should have won the league then.
That was their opportunity to, because 100%.
Almost goated?
For me, almost goated, Son.
Sick.
Adam's like, no, he's goated. He's goated.
Nah, I'm more going towards okay.
No, get out.
Get out, you Chelsea fan.
We've got Raphael Varane.
Controversial. He's never been as good as he could have been.
Yes.
100% agree with you.
I feel like he's still got a lot left in the tank.
Still young though, isn't he?
Don't get me wrong. He's a quality player, but he's always been like, how old is he now? I haven't got a fucking clue how old he is now. He must be getting like 26, 27-ish. 28. And yet, I heard people like other week talking about, he's still got potential.
At what point do you reach that potential?
It's like people saying about Lingard. It's like people say about Lingard like a year ago. He's like, he can still grow. Like,
no,
hey,
I mean, that's just taking the piss out of Lingard, though. It's like, he's another youth talent.
He's 28 in April 93.
Lingard?
No, Varane.
Oh.
Fucking 6'3".
I think Lingard's... Oh, mine don't say 6'4", so that's bollocks then.
I'm on Wikipedia though.
Everything I've been telling you is a load of shite.
He's not even a bloody centre back.
Yeah, and he works down at the local B&M.
Fuck. I'm gonna go okay.
I'm gonna go okay. I think he's a good player. He's a consistent player, but he's nothing special for me. He's an okay player. Yeah.
Overrated.
Ooh. I'd say he's definitely one of France's best top 2 centre backs, though.
Upamecano, Laporte.
I'd say at the minute it's still
Lucas
Varane
Hernandez.
and Laporte.
I'd say it's better than Laporte.
Oh, he's
Who else
playing well
plays
though.
centre back for France?
Kimpembe?
It was Umtiti.
Is Kimpembe as well?
Is he French?
Oh,
I'm pretty sure Kimpembe is
I
French.
miss-
yeah, Kimpembe.
He's a fantastic centre half. Eric Bailly? No, he's
Still
not.
hasn't had any fucking thing. Eric Bailly's fucking Ivory Coast. Have you seen that graphic?
See Adam
recently of,
Rapp.
like,
I mean, we love Eric Bailly, but he can't be
He's
French
such a-
as well.
Such a gem. Such a gem.
the man with legs made of fucking
I like the
spaghetti.
term poppadoms.
Right.
So where are we going?
We'll go
For,
below par, you know.
for Varane.
We'll average it down to below par.
Otherwise, we're not going to have anyone in these. We're not going to have anyone. in
True.
these
We've got to find a balance.
We need to start balancing it.
All right.
I think we're going to have to go through it.
Let's go below par then.
Yeah. Okay, Luka Modric.
The year
Go
he
on.
won Ballon d'Or, I think
Was
that's it. It's only because of the World Cup, and
don't get me wrong. He did quality.
he's great,
But-
but I think he's very much overrated. If I'm being completely honest.
The performances I think of are like Xavi, Iniesta levels that year, and like they were never winning the Ballon d'Ors. Well,
Iniesta came second.
yeah,
one year,
but
didn't he,
that's
I
it.
remember?
Like,
was it? That was the year that Spain won the World Cup. I think he got
Well,
goal
there
in
you
the final.
I don't think
From-
he can win.
I think it was just one of them because the same year didn't Real Madrid win Champions League and everything.
Yeah,
It was. I think it was because they'd been just so long of Messi and Ronaldo as well.
They had
That,
to.
they had to.
there
do
were some
someone else,
dodgy
yeah.
goings on though because it were the summer where Ronaldo left Real Madrid as well.
Well,
So,
me and Mac are actually speaking about this. Why is it always, well, especially in like recent years, why is it always the Spanish league that win Ballon d'Or? Like the last other foreign league to win the Ballon d'Or was the English Premier League with Ronaldo in 2009. Since then, it's been it's been La Liga. Why?
But it's because they've had the best two players in the world. Probably the best two players of all time.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Yeah.
a fair point.
But even year that they didn't win it and Luka Modric won it, he wasn't even best player in the world.
Messi should
Yeah,
have won
Messi
it,
should have won it. It just,
which would have
it
been the Spanish
just
league
don't
anyway.
make sense
So
to me. Like,
I can't put
España.
Modric in overrated though. He's a good
Yeah,
player.
but
Can't.
it's good, but I think he's overrated.
I
That's
think
it.
he just because he's past it.
I'm taking silence here and letting you two decide.
I'm
Can't
going
do that.
overrated.
Put him in overrated. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, jeez. A recent
a
Ballon
fa-
d'Or winner just
He's a
in the bin.
It's fantastic, but if you compare him to like other players in his position, he's nothing compared to Paul Scholes, Xavi's, Iniesta's, Zidane's,
He ain't got the legs anymore.
Pirlo. He's nothing compared to all them. I'm sorry.
So someone who hasn't.
I'm also pretty offended that we haven't got Kepa on this list as well as one of the goats. To be fair, you can go on the managers list.
The
later
greatest
on.
of all time
Do that
managers. Kylian Mbappe.
1 minute. Can I take a
Go.
minute? Kylian Mbappe.
Go,
He's
go, go,
he's
go,
the
go,
next,
go.
but he's the next big thing. He's going to be the next Ronaldo, Messi.
That game the other week where PSG played Barca was the handing over of the reins.
That was
That
disgusting.
was Messi going, here you go. You're the best player now. He's balanced. If it wasn't for Lewandowski not getting it last year and not being just as good this year, Mbappe would win the Ballon d'Or.
Oh,
This is-
unless Haaland continues what he's doing.
I make a prediction. Mbappe in the next 10 years, like from 2021 to 2031, he wins 6 Ballon d'Ors. That's my prediction.
Ooh.
Haaland Haaland
then
wins.
we'll do a follow-up video in 10 years' time.
Haaland wins 1. Other 3. We'll see what happens if like new talent emerges and things. Obviously, 10 years is a long time.
Ronaldo and Messi still take them in 10 years' time.
Ronaldo 45, absolutely slamming it. Being MLS or something.
It comes on just for pens. Right, so while we're there, Kylian Mbappe, goated. Ronaldo, goated. Messi, goated.
Goated. Messi or Ronaldo while we're doing it.
That's CR7 for me.
Messi for me is the greatest player of all time.
Oh, fuck off, mate.
The thing is, for me, whereas Ronaldo scores more goals, even though Messi will overtake him for goals scored, like on the trajectory at the moment, I think he's not that far behind. But Messi's got the assists as well. He contributes wider.
You say that, but does it contribute more to the overall team? You saw Euro 2016 when Ronaldo literally took the managerial role, pushed managers to the side, and were fucking egging team on. They went on to win that Euro 2016. He's got the international trophies. He's a leader. He's got the goals. He leads from front. You never see him like giving up. He's always first there at training. He's last to leave. For me, it's just a pinnacle of hard work and what hard work and so can lead to. And you've got to think of players that he's had around him compared to Messi's entire career. And for me, he's had a much harder kind of build-up of players around him compared to Messi.
I think that's true, but Messi is now suffering because everyone around him has got to that point where they're all like 30, 31, like they're pushing on, and you can tell because their whole team just looks.
One minute, Adam, before you go on, you've seen that, like Matt just said that, players around him. Ronaldo is still literally carrying Juventus. Like, he's 36, 37, he's still literally carrying Juventus. Messi, if he's on that level, he should be carrying Barcelona. And even though he's playing fantastic, he's not carrying them.
I wouldn't say he's...
Are they third at the moment in Serie A?
Say that again.
Yeah, they're not doing that great.
Inter Milan top, AC Milan, they're 46 points, I think.
The resurgence of the Milan clubs have been good, but... And Ronaldo, I don't think he carries Juventus because they've always been a powerhouse. He's sort of just elevated them to that next stage where they should be winning Champions Leagues, but they're not.
But he hasn't.
Yeah, exactly.
The Champions League.
When did Barcelona last win Champions League?
That's a good point.
When was last time Messi? When was last time Messi won a European trophy? He's won La Liga, fair enough, but when was last time he won a proper trophy? Like, when was last time he won an international trophy when he won a European Cup? Fucking long time ago.
What I was saying earlier was, I was watching a video earlier today. It was Messi's first goal for Barcelona, where Ronaldinho does this beautiful ball over the top and Messi digs it over the keeper. And the other thing you got to think of with Messi and Ronaldo's numbers is, and this is probably more in favour of Ronaldo, to be fair, is that Messi's been putting up the higher numbers since an earlier age, whereas Ronaldo, for his first his first year at United or whatever, he wasn't the dog's body, was he? He wasn't putting up.
The thing is, though, everyone forgets that Ronaldo, when he first started out his career, his first 3 or 4 years, he was an out-and-out winger, so he's not going to get goals. So it's to say the fact that he was an out-and-out winger for his first couple of years, and he's absolutely slammed Messi on goals, like, because he didn't really turn to a striker until he went to Real Madrid, did he? You've got to look at his goal ratio since he went to Real Madrid from Man United.
Speaking of more goats, anyway, we've got Sergio Ramos.
What a G. I'm putting him as GOAT just because of his aggression.
I was going to say, if you can piss off an entire nation like he did with the country of Egypt, then...
Oh, yeah! Weeks and weeks.
Take out Mo Salah.
Turn into a gimp palm.
Have you seen... It's the quote of, which... One of the Real Madrid players, I think it was either Asensio or
when he goes,
Llorente.
When he's chasing back after the defender.
Yeah, he's chasing after an attacker from Atletico Madrid, And he's like, I'm chasing after him. He's 20 yards ahead. And I just hear a voice in my ear going, kill him. I turned around. It's Sergio Ramos.
Wait. Adam, do you miss this Adam, do you miss this noise? You missed that.
I don't understand what's happening.
Didn't you hear the opening of the can?
No, I couldn't hear it. 4 weeks.
How are you doing that?
Right.
With willpower and determination. Oh, yeah.
Sergio Ramos goated, yeah?
Sergio Ramos goated. Up next, we've got Virgil van Dijk. Motherfucker.
Shut the fuck up!
Let's go. Let's roll it.
It annoys me because he's such a good player, but he plays for horrible Scouse. Fucking,
Bastards.
horrible scum team.
That's the thing. Last season, every non-Liverpool fan was desperate for them not to win the league just because you couldn't bear with the Scouse bastards.
Every single one of them.
Every single one. Unbearable cunts.
Thing is, though, like with Liverpool, as soon as they grasp onto any sort of win, you'll hear about it for the next 20 years. That's it. That season, you'll hear about it for the next 20 years. Oh, yeah, remember that season when we fucking did this? Shut up, mate.
Well, yeah, because it'll be that long until the win one again.
Well, you've seen this season, haven't you? Fucking, what, the 6th, 7th or something?
7th, I think. 7th, yeah.
It's such a big
guess
drop.
who's injured? Mr. Van Dijk.
Van Dijk. And for me, that's why he goes in goated.
Just to stop him fucking doing it again.
It just shows influence that he had on that team and that winning season.
Well, that's the thing. Him and Alisson, those two signings that year, fucking superb.
He has to be goated, doesn't he? Sorry, he has to be.
I feel like if he has one more really good season, then he's goated. But
yeah, I think he's
at
almost
this moment,
goated.
I feel like he's almost
almost
goated.
goated.
Another Manchester United rival team. We've got Sergio Aguero.
Who's he?
Who is he?
Where's he gone?
Aguero!
That's the guy. That haunts my dreams.
You just have to look at. I'm going to go to the Statman, but you just have to look at stats to know that he's one of the best Premier League strikers of all time.
I'd say.
Well, I've only got his stats this season, so they're pretty shit.
I'd say over the past decade, he's been better than Harry Kane.
He's been up there with Alan Shearer.
He's almost goated.
Almost, nah. He's top level, mate. If you're
is he Lewandowski?
Yeah, if you're looking over the last 10 years, he's on par with Lewandowski and he's in a much tougher league. I'm sorry, but Aguero is there. That's for me. Goated. Premier League is a higher level than Bundesliga. It's a much higher level.
Someone give it a Google. How old is Aguero now?
Oh, no.
I've got it here, 1 minute.
He's I think he's only about 32, 33. I don't think he's massive.
It doesn't really matter about age because he's been there for 10 years. He was best striker in the Premier League, the best league in the world for a consistent 7-8 years on the trot. Mate, goated. There's no doubt about it. I'm sorry. He plays for Man City. I can't stand Man City, but yeah. It's 32.
His decline this season, though, has been hard. He's come down heavy this season.
But maybe that's just...
Even he has been...
He's been injured, though, isn't it?
Maybe that's been him.
He's got no goals in 10 games that he played. 0 goals.
Yeah, that is rough.
Yeah, you can't just put it on one season when he's been injury prone. You got to...
Oh no, I'm just saying you've got to weigh into it his decline as well.
I'd say he's
0 goals, 0 assists in 10 games.
I'd say he's definitely the top end of almost goated. I don't feel like he's done quite enough to get to like goated level of like the
How is he
Ronaldos.
not done quite enough? He won the Premier League.
Of course, he's banging Maradona's daughter though, so that's got to put
He won the Premier League so many times with Man City. Basically, single-handedly won it seasons from Man City. Bear in mind, overcoming best teams in the world, your Liverpools, your Arsenals, your Man United, your Chelseas. Mate, goated 100%. Disagree with you both there. And I hate Man City, but Aguero is best striker since Harry Kane.
Got a fucking City fan over there.
Since
Since
Alan
Harry Kane.
Shearer in Premier League. Sorry, but
Best striker since Demba Ba.
he
Oh,
were a
God.
he were a beast in his
Oh.
day.
He were a beast. He were a beast
I
2
think it was
months ago
beast.
when he scored against Man U.
He was
remember the
just
season
up
him and
against
Papu
Harry
Gomez-
Maguire.
We were playing an offside trap in their half. On this image here, this guy is still wearing a Chelsea kit.
Is he still
I-
fat?
Actually, on this photo, he's not that fat. And that is Eden Hazard.
Oh, if it was 2 years ago, it would have been a completely different
Yep,
rating,
yep,
wouldn't it?
yep.
If we were talking Hazard 2 years ago,
It'd been the almost goated.
almost goated.
I
But
feel like, yeah, bottom
Almost
end of
goated.
almost goated. He had a lot of. He was consistent.
What
As a
he is-
piece
yeah.
of business, selling him to Real Madrid at that price with 1 year left on your contract. Mad.
Yeah,
Mad.
what
a
I'm
deal.
gonna this I don't know if you'll agree, but at Chelsea, he were almost goated. Real Madrid, Real Madrid is below par. I reckon you just meet it middle at okay.
I'm fine
I
with
reckon
that.
you just average that out.
He's made 11 appearances so far this
With,
season. That's it.
I'm guessing, limited
Didn't it-
output. You ain't go
Yeah.
Godin.
Old but fantastic.
As a centre back, almost goated.
You know, something. A couple of
Almost
seasons ago,
goated or top end of okay.
I wanted Man United to have him a couple of seasons ago.
Well, like 20.
Currently at Cagliari, he's at 18th in Serie A.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but we're not
Right.
just talking on this season. We're talking about careers, aren't we?
No, that's got to,
Yeah.
whatever he does, that fall from grace has got to take him a knockdown.
Not really. It's like, what is he, like 35, 36? He's still playing.
I ain't got
He's
a
fucking
basketball.
old. He's like mid-30s.
Just old. I'm gonna put him as okay.
I'd
He
put
had a-
okay. He had a great career.
Yeah, I'll have to
If,
go okay.
I feel like if he retired a few years ago, he'd have been up there.
You know, something? That's one thing that fucks me off with modern day like football fans. Everything is on now, and everything is stats now, and it irritates me that like people fucking put everything on just the moment, and they don't look over careers.
Adam Craddock left the call.
It really winds me up. But
So are you
you've
all
got-
about the progress and not like where we are at the minute?
I'm all about careers. Like
Mm.
I feel like if someone's and you saw it at Real Madrid with Casillas when they just started like absolutely goading him.
Oh, I
The
mean
kind-
that's, a bit, that's the disrespect on his name is
Thing is, though,
unbelievable.
they just forgot about his career, and that's the thing that's wrong with modern day football. Everyone just thinks about the now and not
Do you know
what
what I've just
they've
noticed? My beard blends into my hair.
done.
Up next, we got my man PP, Paul Pogba.
Overrated.
How do you disconnect someone from a call, Matt?
Oh, we fucking
You know,
need
something, Paul Pogba, on his day, is one of the best centre midfielders in the world. I'm sorry, but he is. But you
No, I get it
get
on his
that
day.
one in every 20 performances, and that's
Mhm.
for me that's why he would actually be in the overrated category. But he has been getting better this season, and if he continues to be consistent like he has been, I might just put him below par.
Jeez.
But currently, as of right now,
Yeah, to be
Overrated.
fair, that's because he's got the ability to be in that almost goated category. But half of his performances are definitely below par.
That's why he's overrated, because he's got so
So-
much potential and he just don't live up to it.
Overrated is the right place for him. Neymar da Silva Santos Jr.
Fucking hate this cunt. Fucking
Sorry,
hate
what's
him.
that?
That was Neymar da Silva Santos Jr.
I want to punch that cunt in the face. Can't stand him.
Fucking hell.
go.
He is. I'm going to agree with Adam. He's a goat, but the way that
Absolute prick.
yeah,
but
and
go.
that's why he's That's why he's fantastic, because he's a prick, and he aggravates other fans and players, but his performances just absolutely outshine all that.
Mm. And he
Yeah.
had sex with his
He's a
sister.
Diego
So
Costa.
go.
He's a Diego Costa.
What was that story? That every like round his sister's birthday gets injured or something.
Every year in the Champions League, he misses like a certain game, like around a certain date for his sister's birthday. Few that I've added because they weren't on this list. So I've got Erling Braut Haaland,
Brout.
like sauerkraut.
I feel like you can only put him right now in the almost goated.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's had 18 exceptional.
But that's it. It's still young.
But
You can't put someone like that who's only been around for that short amount of time in goated. But
Kylian Mbappe.
I just farted. Yeah, but he's been around a bit longer though, hasn't he, Kylian Mbappe?
2018 World
to be
Cup,
fair, I think
he was
he had
already
an extra
put
year.
He's a World Cup. He's a World Cup winner as well.
He's got a good couple of years on Haaland of playing at the top level. Because he came through Monaco when he was 17, didn't he? Was when he started it. And he got a big move to PSG because he went on loan first, and then they paid like 100. No, it was more than 100.
How old's Mbappe now?
200,
Fucking
180.
ton anyway. He's
Yeah, I was
22.
going to say he's old. He's a couple of years older than Haaland. So he's got a good couple of years on him anyway, and he's a World Cup winner. That for me is why Mbappe's there at the moment. And even though Haaland will be one of the best players in the world,
They're going to be
100%, 100%. So I think at the minute is almost
goated.
Yeah.
His stats are like insane though. He's got 25 goals and 5 assists in 23 games this season. He's got 0.95 goals per 90 from an XG of 0.72, so he's way outperforming the XG. XG and X assists combined is 0.91 per 90. For an underperforming Dortmund team this season as well, that haven't been doing that well.
It's fantastic. It's an absolute prodigy. I'm sorry, like he's gonna be one of the next best things, but he's still just got a couple more years until he's there. Yeah.
Almost good.
Yeah. Agree.
Speaking of the underperforming Dortmund team, up next we got Jadon Sancho.
I feel like there was such a big hype around Jadon Sancho, and he had like one good season with Dortmund.
Going to sign him.
He had like one good season. He had one good season.
The transfer race that never happened because he never moved.
Thing is, like, he just had one good season. Everyone like, oh yeah, he's going to be fucking great, and that's the thing now. People have one good season, and they're worth like 5 times what they're worth.
He's become. I think just this last week he's become the youngest player to hit 50 assists in the Bundesliga ever.
That's because barely any English person goes to the Bundesliga.
No, not youngest English, youngest.
Yeah, but let's be honest.
That's
if you go in, like, how old were he when he went to Bundesliga? We're 18. Because we were at Man City before, wasn't he?
Yeah, straight from Man City.
18,
And how old is he now?
Fuck
so
knows.
his early 20s, isn't he?
21, yeah.
Yeah, he's about 21.
Yeah.
So he's been there 3-4 years maybe. I don't know exactly what it is. As a winger / striker, if you're not hitting 50 like assists in that time in a league that is quite beneath you, in a league like Bundesliga, which it's got 3-4 decent teams in. I'm sorry, but you're a bit shit, especially.
Yeah, this season 21 games, 6 goals, 9 assists. Last season 32 games, 17 goals, 16 assists. Season before 12 goals, 14 assists. And the season before that 12 games, 1 goal, 4 assists.
Like, it's not a bad rating. I feel like if he needs to make a move back to Premier League or to La Liga to kind of prove himself, but Prem's best league in the world. That's the only way that he's going to like prove himself, I think.
I can see last season being the season he would have come. Like last transfer window being the one he could have come to the Prem. I think he's going to La Liga now.
Oh, I don't feel like they take him though.
Do you think his style will go to La Liga?
I can see him being a Galactico.
I can, but I feel like they're looking more at like the Haaland sort of player next year. Or this summer.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. If they have the choice between two,
Haaland's going to be at Man United next year. Watch this.
Have you seen apparently Have you seen apparently Abramovich has green-lighted spend as much as we possibly need to get Haaland?
Brilliant.
Really?
Fuck financial fair play.
No, literally.
You don't fucking mean now. Anyway, you can get away with it. Fucking buy
Fabrizio
him.
Romano came out and he said there were like 20 clubs interested in Haaland next season.
Well, he's got a release clause that comes
Yeah.
next summer.
Is it
Which is
about
about 80
75,
mil,
I think.
76, I think.
Mm.
Yeah, which Chelsea,
Everyone.
he needs to go
For that
to City. He needs to go to City. As an independent, he needs to go to City.
You know something?
If
as
City
a
could
Chelsea
keep
fan-
him for more than 3 years.
Bear in mind, they need their new Aguero.
I don't think Haaland would fit in at City.
I do.
I think
Oh,
Haaland
I
is
do.
more of a Chelsea player, if I'm being honest. He's
Yeah.
he's going to go to City because of the money if they offer him.
And his dad.
and his
You've got to
dad,
remember his
Roy
dad.
Keane, and his career.
Which is why he wouldn't go to Man
No.
United. I
You
don't think.
know something though. He's had interviews
Ollie,
where
though.
he said that he
Ollie,
would go
though.
to Man United, and Ollie's already got experience with him as well. So you got to remember that like past relationship.
It's all right though. Schools go back soon, so
This is a strange thing. If we lost Ollie, we'd probably lose every chance we had of signing Haaland.
Mm. I'd love to see Haaland up front for Man United. We've not had when was the last proper striker we had
How's the
before
fucking
Cavani?
kid from
Lukaku.
Molde become like
Lukaku.
the next big striker?
Who's that?
How I was saying, how has a kid from Molde become like the next big striker that we're talking about?
Just happens, doesn't it?
by being an
By being
absolute
a
Terminator
robot.
machine.
Yeah, by chemical breeding and stuff.
My guy's almost good.
Yeah.
Oh wait, Sancho.
Talking about Sancho.
No, we're talking about Sancho,
Oh,
not
yeah.
Haaland.
He's just okay. He's just okay.
He's top at yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's top end of
Top end of
okay, I
okay.
think. Bruno,
Fuck off.
best midfielder in the world
Hate
at
the
the minute.
cunt.
Go it. It's good.
I hate the cunt.
Yeah,
I
but
hate
let's
the
be
cunt.
honest.
Good player, but I, as a person, absolute petulant child.
Right now, disagree me if you want to, but he is the best centre attacking midfielder in the world right now, and you can't disagree with it. He's literally carried Man United out of the shits on his own and fucking put them in second place in the best league in the world. Is there anyone better than him in his
Checking
position?
his pages like, fuck. It's
But
got
is
me.
there anyone better than him in his position right now in the world?
I was really shocked when I looked at the stats, and his progressive game was a lot better than I
Right.
thought it was. As in, because there's always talk about Fernandes being a penalty merchant and all this, and which is his non-penalty goals per 90, 0.37. So basically, every third game he'll get a goal.
But
more or less.
that's good. It's not a striker.
For a midfielder,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. For a midfielder, but what shocked me was his progressive passes. 7 progressive passes per game, which for a central midfielder, like Marco Reus, was down at 3.6.
For me, like I said before, it's not just about the stats; it's everything that they bring to the team as well. Like it's just his presence, and like you can see on pitch that he's a leader, and like he leads team, and you can see that like his presence motivates him to like go harder. So
I just think there's one other person who's a better midfielder than him in the
you're going
world
to say
right
Kevin
now.
De Bruyne, aren't you?
It's one of my picks later
Yeah,
on. Kevin De
but
Bruyne.
Right.
if you
best
think about it,
midfielder
they're
in the
completely
world.
different positions. Kevin De Bruyne is a centre midfielder. Bruno Fernandes is a
Yeah,
centre
he's the
attacking.
best midfielder in the world. though, for
Kevin
me.
De Bruyne's best midfielder. Bruno Fernandes is the best centre attacking midfielder. That's
And
them two are the best.
people forget, but this is Bruno's first full
Who else we got,
season
Sam?
in the Prem. And he
Oh yeah, for
might
hitting the ground running straight away. He's right
his
up
first
there.
6 months. Fuck me. There's never been a more dramatic
That's the thing.
change in a
Before,
team.
before we go on to your picks, though, goated has to be
No,
just how he's picked Man United.
the
No,
almost
How he's
Almost
picked
goated.
up a full team, one of the biggest teams in the world.
Who've we got in goated so far? Who've we got in
Ask
goated so
Mark.
far?
So we've got Lua, Oblak, Mbappe, Ronaldo, Messi, Ramos, Neymar.
Yeah,
not them.
I think he is.
Right, but
Is-
I feel like if Bruno had a platform like a Manchester United lots of years ago, he could possibly be in that category. But because he played in Sporting Lisbon, where he was getting that crazy numbers.
Who've we got in almost goated?
Aguero, Kane, Son, Van Dijk.
He's outperformed.
He's
Nah,
almost goated. He's almost goated.
Right now, I feel like he's almost goated. And in a season or 2 seasons more, he's got the potential to be goated.
I just think the fact that he's picked the biggest team up in the world and literally redefined them as a club, because that's exactly what he's done.
He's not picked Chelsea. What are you on about?
You need to get in the bin. At
Brilliant.
least they do me the satisfaction and say top end of almost goated.
Oh, 100%.
You're lucky he's not fucking
I've already
over,
briefly touched on 2 of Adam's picks, so we'll quickly give them a rating. So we've got Kevin De Bruyne.
Shit.
To be fair, I feel like there's a couple of seasons where he should have won the Premier League Player of the Season.
Yeah, and Ballon d'Or, if I'm being honest.
Ooh, I don't know about Ballon d'Or.
Last year,
Oh, no.
like he was fantastic. The year before that, he should have been up there, man. Not last year because of Lewandowski, but year before, he should have been up there.
Almost goated.
Almost goated.
He's not
That's what I'm saying.
goat,
He's
but
not
he's
goat.
Quite goat,
He's not
but
goat.
he's
But he's
high
he's the best
caliber,
midfielder in the world.
consistent.
for me.
He's there with Bruno Fernandes. Don't even give me that more. I'll come and slap you.
Yeah, no, Adam, you're right. He's well below him. Adam's second pick is Luis Suarez.
Oh,
He's been consistently one of the best.
That's why it's
players
annoying.
In the world
that's why it's
for the last
annoying.
decade. This and for signings, he's got to be this season one of the best signings of all time.
Yeah.
At the moment, he's going to carry Atletico Madrid to La Liga on a free transfer.
But even though like his actual game is fantastic, you know, when we're putting like these people into categories, are we taking into consideration the person, or are we just talking about the general game? Because in terms of like role model and person,
I've got a separate Mauro Icardi.
I reckon it goes in Mario Icardi tier, if I'm being honest. He's such a dickhead, man. I mean, in numbers on defenders,
but he's such a better player.
He
Like-
is. He as an all-round striker.
Was it ever?
Yeah.
Ever?
Yeah.
it when Liverpool were absolutely like backing behind him though.
Yeah.
Like,
They've realised through time that it was like, wow, shit.
well, Carragher said about
So
that.
how good of a deal is this, right? How good of a deal is this, right? Getting Atletico Madrid in the summer to get him from Barcelona, got him on a free transfer from one of their main title rivals, and the only way they've got to pay fee is performance-based fees. It's like winning the league, stuff like that. If they do everything in the fees, they've got to pay a maximum of 6 million.
Imagine.
I wish I had
6 mil. That's
If you're interested, we've now got a cash app.
he's got
Cash app.
Follow our
/
Patreon.
pound sign Denmark as it is. Send it our way.
We've got to pay as guests somehow.
if you just do.
We're currently paying Adam in peanuts.
He's allergic. And Adam's third and final pick.
Just give me a box.
We will.
Adam's
It's gonna be the
Adam,
most
shut up.
controversial. This.
Adam's third and final pick is that's your cue.
My choice for player of the season this season in Prem, Ruben.
It's always
I've been
frozen,
talking. You're
mate.
fucking frozen. You cunt.
We haven't.
Wait, I'm gonna intro
Hello?
you. Adam's third and final pick is that's when you say it. All right.
Show me on that
Well,
massive
yeah, fucking
Wi-Fi,
hell,
then,
mate.
should you?
Fucking internet froze. I'm a fucking fuck.
You
Right,
are
that's all you
avoiding.
need.
I'm
As
on
long as you got one
fucking-
bar. So, Adam, your third and final pick is...
This is gonna be the most controversial one.
That is all we've got time for today, guys. We're on YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, and TikTok. So be sure to like, subscribe, follow, and all that good stuff. Keep an eye out for new content and projects coming soon. Bye-bye.
I'm going to come through this camera and rip that beard off your face.
You dirty slime.